Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of all those confusing corporate reports. Today we're diving into Bubblr Inc, a company that I'm sure most of you have never heard of, but after this you might actually start seeing Bubblr's name pop up a lot more. For good or for bad, we will see. Are they a real player in the AI market or just another company riding the hype? That's what we will aim to find out. Before we get started, if you are tired of confusing corporate reports, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out the description for the Discord community where everyone discusses companies and investments. Bubblr Inc, trading as ethical web AI, is an artificial intelligence company trying to patent as much of their technology as possible. After years of development, they are now trying to grow their revenue. The big question is how? Their first big idea is AI Vault. Companies are scared to let their employees use AI tools like ChatGPT because they don't want company secrets getting out. Bubblr thinks they have the answer, a way for companies to use AI safely, by managing and monitoring what information gets shared. They are also launching AI Seek, which they think will be very popular for students. Bubblr seems to be really proud of their patents. They call their internet search mechanism something unique. They also have patents pending for searching for information. They say that this solves an existing problem that AI products have, which is the ability to get current and up-to-date data when you search. The company admits that the AI market is very early and that they have a lot of competitors. Also, they will be required to comply with all the applicable laws and regulations in the United States and other countries. Finally, they recognize that they may have trouble to compete in the United States and internationally with much bigger and stronger companies. Here is a quick overview of what this report contains. A business overview, some major risks that they face, information on their finances, who owns the company, their executive team, and a few other things. Now, let's dive into some key risks that Bubblr faces. Their auditor has said there's a substantial doubt about their ability to continue as a going concern, meaning there is doubt that they will stay in business. That's because they haven't made much money. This will make it harder to raise money in the future. They may need to look at debt or even stop operating altogether. Although to get a botchin for definitivamente in the future, they mourn that many new companies go out of business, and that may happen to them. If they can't keep their key people, find new qualified people, and manage their people appropriately, their business will likely suffer greatly. If they grow too quickly, they may have trouble meeting customer demand and experience development delays as they seek to meet increased demand for their products. They know they must operate without stepping on toes of third parties. If someone sues them saying they are infringing on their rights, it could cost a lot of money and time. It is also possible that the market will slow down and not purchase their products, or they may fail to maintain and enhance their reputation and brand, or they may overspend while doing so. They plan to use AI and warn that if their competitors use it quicker and more effectively, they could be in trouble. Also, they are aware that if the AI applications that they use produce bad content or are inaccurate, it could negatively affect them. They are also wary of the fact that they may experience harm to their brand or reputation. If they fail to protect the data used to train their AI against bias, their brand reputation. If they fail to protect the data used to train their AI against bias, their brand reputation and financial condition may be negatively affected. The company depends heavily on IT systems, making them vulnerable to disruptions or failures. Security breaches could expose them to liability, cause them to lose customers, or disrupt relationships with suppliers. They rely on patents for protection, but if those are challenged, it could cost them a lot of money and they may not be able to use the intellectual property at issue, which would harm their business. They admit that they would be in big trouble if their systems and platforms failed. They may face a lot of competition. They mention that some of their competitors are way bigger than they are. If their competitors are more successful, it could hurt their growth rates. The laws and rules around data are also a big risk for them. They are subject to privacy, data retention, and data protection issues, including laws or regulations mandating disclosure. They don't expect to pay dividends anytime soon, so your return would only come if the stock price goes up. Now let's dive into the numbers. For the year ended December 31, 2024, they made only $5,349 in revenue. They also lost $1,313,026. These numbers are quite small. Amortization and depreciation costs are for their patents and intellectual property. These costs nearly tripled in 2024. Other income went down significantly in 2024, primarily due to reduced R&D tax credits. They also disposed of fixed assets. As of December 31, 2024, they had minimal current assets of $44,907. Current liabilities are very high and amount to more than $2,000. This means they are losing a lot of money, and it's a sign of their financial difficulties. They used $192,775 in operating activities. This was mostly due to reducing expenses in 2024. They give a big disclaimer saying that if you want to understand their financials, you need to understand these accounting policies. One of these is the use of estimates. The preparation of financial statements requires management to make estimates and assumptions that affect the financial statement. Actual results could differ from those estimates. Moving on to who owns this thing. Tom Simons, the Chief Executive Officer, only owns 0.59%. David Chetwood, Chief Financial Officer, owns 2.43%. Joachim Swenson owns 5.86%, so it's safe to say that there is no big controlling force. Let's meet the team. Tom Simons became the CEO on January 15, 2025. Stephen Morris is the Chief Technical Officer and founder. David Chetwood is the Chief Financial Officer. There have been a few key executive changes happening fairly recently. Let's discuss the compensation. Timothy Burks, former CEO, got paid $649,446,000. These numbers are pretty high considering the amount of revenue the company made. Stephen Morris, the CTO, also got paid $546,000. These numbers are pretty high considering the amount of revenue the company made. The company has two big loans to Stephen Morris, the founder, worth more than $1 million. The stock is extremely low and traded between 1 and 4 cents per share in the first quarter of 2025. This is risky and people may not trade a stock due to it being a penny stock. To issue new equity for funding or acquisitions would lead to dilution of existing investors at very low valuations. They have issued and sold more than 33 million securities without registering them. This registration is for their common stock. They mention that they are an emerging growth company, which is a good and bad thing. They get some reduced disclosure requirements and have to comply with new accounting standards. So after that deep dive, what's my take on Bubblr? While their AI Vault and AI Seek ideas sound promising, especially with the growing concerns around data privacy, the financial reality is stark. Revenue is minimal and losses are piling up, and they depend entirely on funding that is not coming. Their future relies heavily on securing additional financing, otherwise the AI dreams will remain in the lab. Their ability to get new and sustain existing executive talent is also in question, as well as legal liabilities. In summary, Bubblr presents a high-risk, high-reward situation. The innovative ideas are definitely there, but the financial foundation is shaky. That's our take on Bubblr's latest filing. Are you buying, selling, or holding? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this analysis, then hit that like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description below to get everyone's thoughts on the numbers. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.